Welcome back to the GSL Codes. Here with Tastes on our Toes, it's the Casting Archon, and we are going on to our final game today, Leenock against jjakji.
That is correct, Tasteless.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I don't know. I was going to make a terrible joke. You go ahead.
Well, here we have, it looks like the Hydralisk was actually inside that soda bottle. Did you see that in the last shot? That was actually interesting.
Oh, wow.
Here is jjakji. Now, jjakji, these guys have faced before. In that game, it was pretty straightforward. He made it, took a risk. Okay, he made Hellions. The Hellions died to roaches.
Yeah. You know how you get a Hydralisk in a soda bottle?
How do you do that?
What you do is you put the larva in and then tell it to molt.
Ah, that's so smart, Artosis.
Yeah.
How do you get a boat in a bottle? Ship in a bottle?
I don't know.
I don't know. It's a mystery to me, Artosis.
Magic.
I had some high school teacher who built boats in bottles.
Yeah.
Yeah, he'd always talk about it in class, and all I'm thinking is this guy takes Viagra. So we're gonna go to this game. This game is now loading. It's time for Leenock against jjakji here at the GSL Codes. You weren't ready for that one, were you?
Oh, I'm in fetal position.
I went there. I did that. All right.
Oh, my God.
Will we have a Zerg going on in Codes, or is it going to be more Terran dominance? Let's find out. In the upper right starting location, we have our Zerg player. Leenock. Now down to the bottom left, our Terran player.
Oh, Jesus.
I love making you laugh, Artosis.
I'm going to need some recovery time, man. I don't know. I don't know how much help I'm going to be to you this game in commentary. I'm sorry. Should have thought of that before you did that to me.
Yeah, man. My analysis of that situation is correct, too. So, we have Drone going to the expansion now, so it looks like it will be a hatchery first opener. So, basically, Leenock's confident that either his opponent will not rush, or if he does rush, he'll hold it.
Still recovering, I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. And we're going to have a quick command center here from jjakji.
Command center first, but Leenock counters that with a hatch first and then 2 drones before a pool. So, pretty similar. They're both just pushing the envelope as far as economy goes. In fact, a 3rd drone before pool. Holy tamale.
Barracks on the way now. Note he is going to wall in at the entrance.
He's still making drones, man. He just, wow, that is like the latest pool I think I've seen.
He might have played it before and seen him do command center first in this map. I'm not sure.
Oh,
but yeah, I mean, he is really droning up hardcore.
Yeah.
His economy may be in such a condition that the Terran is not actually used to playing against it.
Yeah.
When it's this strong.
And even a few extra drones early actually makes all the difference in the world. You guys have no idea. Or if you do, yeah. Right, guys?
Right? It's either one or the other. Well, I was in a restaurant yesterday, Artosis, and I ordered a drink. And they said, can I get a Coke? And they're like, would you like regular or diet? And I said, I'd like diet, please. And they go, we don't have diet.
Whoa!
And I'm like, what? I'm like, okay, wow. Like, can you have regular? They're like, yeah, we got regular. I'm like, okay, I guess I'm gonna have that.
Is that actually true?
No, it didn't happen yesterday though. It happened a little while ago. But I was thinking about that where I'm like, really? Like that actually happened?
I was actually in a little bit of shock there. That's amazing.
All right, so the Overlord, well positioned here to see the circulation of Terran units around the map. Oh my God! Over that Overlord, there's actually a little tree inside of glass.
Yeah,
see that? It's the only tree on the map.
No, it's not.
Oh yeah, there's another one somewhere else. It's because the map is symmetrical.
Jeez, Tasteless, way to lie to people who like trees. You're losing all your tree-loving fans right now.
Excuse me. More and more Marines are being pointed out here.
I'm actually looking so hard for more trees right now. It's only those two.
Leenock droning up pretty heavily. Circling speed almost complete.
And yeah, his drone count is getting really quite high. In the meantime, just a lot of barracks for jjakji. And absolutely no tech yet. And there you go, a tech lab. That's tech.
That counts as tech, right? A tech lab?
Yeah, it even has tech in its name. What are you going to do?
So Roach Warren again here for Leenock. It looks like jjakji is trying to do the exact opposite of what he did in game number 1.
Yeah, and that's probably a good idea considering how badly he got beat.
He got slain pretty badly. All right, depot almost complete. See, there's a tree under the Overlord. Now you guys know.
Well, 7 Roaches actually on the way. He's going to put on some very early aggression here. But with this many Marines, I think jjakji might actually be fine. He's producing 4 Marines at a time. He's going to have combat shields pretty soon.
Looks like he just wants to do a nice little timing.
Yeah, I think this timing may hit right before combat shields. But, I mean, I'm not sure what Leenock's actually going to be able to do. He's making more and more Roaches right now.
If he gets enough Roaches down there, first of all, Marines are not exactly good against Roaches. He could drive him back and then tear down all the depots. All right, let's see. Looks like he might be setting up a sandwich here.
Actually, with those Marines going way off to the side, Tasteless, I'm a little bit scared for jjakji. Leenock may be able to get in there and end this early. If he catches all these Marines out on the map when Leenock actually has this many units, 16 Lings on the way, another hatch on the way as well, jjakji is actually doing it. There are actually like ships passing the night right now, Tasteless.
Is he actually just going to counterattack with the Roaches?
Yeah, it looks like.
I find that sometimes he's too dependent on these counterattacks. Do you think this is a good idea?
It may work. There's not that many Marines. I don't know if attacking that's
prudent, just over the depots.
Yeah, I would definitely pick off depots here. No doubt about that. I don't think well, he'll definitely do some damage at least. But jjakji should be able to hold this anyways.
You know, that it's just such a weird move there. Why would you counterattack? He could have actually killed off all these Marines on the map.
Yeah, and now we're going to have a Terran flanking a Zerg.
And then a Zerg flanking a Terran again. Here we go.
This is the sickest double-decker sandwich, and these Marines look like most of them will go down.
As this has become a complete all-out bloodbath here on this map. The Lings get inside.
Oh, wow. Those Lings inside actually doing a great job right now. We're just having to pull back, but the Lings going to town on these SCVs.
Leenock droning pretty hard right now. Beautiful amount of damage here. So many SCVs being killed off.
Wow, this was a strange
bizarre engagement.
45 drones and 36 Marines right now. 67 supply for Leenock, 52 for jjakji. That was really weird, man. Weirded out. Well. He is making some Marauders. Just in case. Marauders, of course, unbelievably good against Roaches. Like, silly good.
Well, that's actually like the counter to Roaches.
Yeah.
Artus, I have a crazy question to ask you. What day of the week is it?
It is Tuesday.
It's Tuesday? All right, for a second I thought it was Wednesday.
Nope.
All right. Sorry, guys. I had to know.
I had to know.
I needed to know, man. It's important. What if I, didn't know which day, what I had to do tomorrow. Well, Leenock's economy is incredibly strong right now. He's droned very heavily. He's getting his Baneling's Nest and his Spire.
Yeah, he's up at 71 drones, in fact, against 44 SCVs. Yeah. Third base is going to be going up for jjakji. And looks like it's time for some harassment because the Spire's not even half done.
Looks like the Terran at Command Center now going to be moved over to here, so Terran will be on 3 bases. Leenock's creep tumor is a little bit slower than normal. Okay, Stims, he's going in. The Queen most certainly will die here.
Down with the Queen.
No more monarchies.
And that's why Marines can own guns.
All right, he's taking the Devil Shaper. Will he get the hatchery here? Looks like he's saying nope.
This is a pretty powerful little attack, and Leenock may take a lot of damage here. Does lift
I
off.
love how jjakji waited till the last possible second.
Wait till all his
start to pile.
Wait till all his Marines are in the yellow and a few in the orange. Just a few pumpkin Marines.
Yep. Not any yellow pepper Marines. Actually,
You mean
pepper,
banana
peppers. Oh, banana Marines. Is that what you call them?
Yeah, man. Obviously.
I guess peppers can be any color. You get green
Yeah.
pepper Marines, red pepper Marines.
That's true. Yellow and orange pepper Marines.
Yeah.
It's kind of funny, though, actually.
That's how we're going to start doing it now. We just only refer to them as peppers. It's like, well, why don't you just say yellow Marines? I'm like, well, because then you don't have a vegetable in there. Think about it.
That's true. Did you know that the pumpkin is a member of the berry family?
You told me that before, actually.
Oh, did I?
Yeah, that's actually very interesting.
Recycling facts. I got to go back to Wikipedia.
Well, a lot of people don't know that. It's a member of the berry family.
There you go. A little gift for all you out there. The gift of information, the gift of knowledge, the gift of cool facts you can show off with to your friends.
Oh, yeah, it's great.
That's what I do. That's why everyone thinks I'm cool.
Can I just point out, I really like this depot wall up here.
Depot
It's
walls are cool.
People need to do that more at their expansions, because expansions, if you have an orbital there, they're oftentimes so vulnerable.
Yeah, Zergling counters are amazing. So if you just have depot walls everywhere, how are the Zerglings going to get through? They can't hop over.
No, they can't.
They run into it, they're like, ah. All right, the Zerglings come up and knock on the door, and the depots are like, who's there? And they're like, it's like, who? And the Zerglings run away because they don't understand it's a knock joke.
All right, so the mutants come in here. Oh, my God, actually, I thought there were going to at least be some Marines there.
It's a siege tank yard sale, and the mutas buy one and get one free.
Nice. You are funny, Artosis.
Half off tasteless when you bring in Lings.
All right, here come the mutants now. And I might have been, you know what? That was actually pretty damn good. He got a lot of siege tanks. He did lose a good amount of mutas. Or a bad amount of mutas.
That little Marine flank from the side really did a number on those mutas.
I don't know if the Zerg can double expand after doing that attack, which he is doing, as you can see here. We'll see, though. All right, because Terran is now pushing out. The Zerg at 176 supply, Terran at 164.
Both with pretty insane numbers of miners, 75 drones, 76 SCVs. We have 19 mutas out and a bunch of Lings. Some Banes are on the way. But 60-plus Marines, only 2 siege tanks, which is huge. That's going to allow his Banelings to be very worthwhile. Guess how worthwhile, Tasteless?
How worthwhile?
Very worthwhile.
Thank you. All right, now he's got to be careful. The Terran army is looking a little bit stronger. By the way, Leenock's creep spread has really picked up this game.
Yeah, he is creeping me out, man.
Nice job burrowing Zerglings here and there. Terran, I totally agree with this. Taking this expansion over here in the middle left instead of the top left is so much better.
Yes, it's so much closer. He's really centralizing his bases. Good job there.
Way to go.
Oh, the mutas being
Whoa, this is quite a tightrope walk here. Oh my God, you're kidding me. Managing to get in there, taking out a few series. The tanks again!
Oh my God. Oh my God, jjakji.
jjakji needs to protect his tanks. He can't just keep losing tanks like that. Otherwise,
He's gonna have to change his ID to no tank G.
Yeah.
Forget jjakji, no tank G is more like it.
Okay, here come the Banelings. And the Marines are spreading. But not well enough.
They do all right.
I was going to say he meant to change his name to I always have to type GG first, but in this case, he's actually staying alive. It's pretty even right now. Okay, here he goes again. I don't think there's enough Banelings in here, though.
Yeah.
What the hell was that?
Leenock getting ahead of himself. He's so excited to win and advance in the round of 16 that he does that. Now, we do have Hive on the way. A lot more Zerglings on the way as well. Some good upgrades going for Leenock. But jjakji actually has much better upgrades. He has 3-3 on the way, whereas Leenock is just going for +2 on mutas and Lings.
All right. More and more Mutalisks and Zerglings. Clearly, Leenock is very comfortable with this this tech here. Do we have a greater Spire out, by the way?
No, the Hive is only about halfway
Oh, wow.
done,
So he's actually stayed on layer tech this entire time. Okay.
Yep. It's allowed him to get a huge army up. but they're both maxed out now. So this is like a scary area to be in. We have a Ghost Academy on the way. jjakji being very smart about things. He realizes that he absolutely is going to need ghosts as they approach high tech.
You know, with 2 Thors out, the Mutalisks are just not going to be as effective.
That is for
I think
sure.
he scanned and saw Baneling landmines there.
And we have a counterattack by Leenock. He looks like he wants to kill a planetary.
Oh, beautiful.
Oh, boy. Cancel that other command center.
Peace.
Kills off a good amount of SCVs, about 15 of them.
Banelings!
Oh, he scans them.
Okay, very nice.
I can't believe he pulled out of there in just the right time.
Okay, the SCVs are running. He needs to keep them alive. Looks like it's going to be a little bit of ring around the rosy here. Oh,
burrowing some of them as the Marines do follow.
if those Marines walk over those Banelings, it's going to be bad news bears.
Leenock actually has them selected on and off. He's really paying attention right now. And the scan.
Surprised you let those siege tanks stand up.
Leenock is really looking like he is going to move on, Tasteless. He's up max still 166 supply for his opponent. And Greater Spire is a third of the way done.
Terran's starting to push out right now at 177 supply to an almost maxed out Zerg.
All Leenock has to do right now is stall, run around, make jjakji chase him, because once he gets the Broodlords, the tanks are going to have to unsiege, and he's going to be able to roll in with all those Banelings. But if he goes and engages the army now, that's going to give jjakji a chance to come back, because he does have 7 tanks, and then he would be comeback-G.
Oh, wow. That is actually... You are too funny, Artosis. All right, Ultralisk Cavern up next. He's probably, while this is all going on, going to take up the Broodlords. Then, doing the transition with Terran out to get Vikings, he's going to switch into Ultralisks, and that should be GG. I don't see Leenock losing this. He's in too much good shape.
And
oh my god, 9 Broodlords
are morphing.
Ouch.
And Leenock just do not engage anything. Notice how he's running around, beautifully played. Again, the Broodlords, they shoot at the Broodlings. The tanks have to unsiege because of all the splash damage they're dealing to friendly units. And then the Banelings just roll in and kill everything. So this is a great unit combination. jjakji is in no way ready for it. In no way. He has 0 Vikings and 0 Ghosts. The only things that can really help in this situation.
Uh-oh, but these Banelings can all be shot down. All right, he sends the Banelings towards him, knowing that right now the Broodlords are going to be on their way. A counterattack again here. Looks like he actually wants to try to... I think he wanted to blow up the orbital. I'm not sure if it's going to happen. The Broodlords are moving southbound. Looks like this hatchery will be picked off.
He really should be bringing up some Banelings as well, though.
Uh-oh. And this might be too many Broodlords. The Broodlings now spilling down. The hatchery is destroyed.
Looks like actually nothing is going to stop these Broodlords. There's not many Marines over here, actually.
Yeah.
And the Thors, of course, don't do very much damage to Broodlords with their high armor. 1.
Yeah, he's going to actually pick everything up and leave, but the Mutas can intercept.
That's right. And, ooh, brutal. Wow, just dropping the Thors to target down Mutas. I really like that. Very many Mutas die, only 5 left over.
I think that's actually the nail in the coffin right there.
I believe that's
the
dirt on top of the coffin, Tasteless.
Yeah, I think that's actually...
I think that's the
grass they roll over the dirt on top of the coffin.
I think that's the grass that grows there later, the weeds that no one ever plucks because everyone forgot about him.
Oh, it's so sad.
It is actually really sad.
Well, yeah, guys, there's just no real way for a Terran player to recover. He has
a lot of Ultras
too many
on the way,
Broodlords. Yeah, the Ultralisks are going to be out. But even the Broodlords alone don't seem to be enough for the Terran to really deal with it. He's just waiting for the slow-moving Broodlords to get closer up to where the planetary is. The Marines are going to be the only real defense here, as well as the Ghosts with Snipe.
We do have, a few Ghosts there with Snipe, as you said. A bunch of Queens coming with the Broods. They are there to heal and add moral support. It's always nice when your Queen watches you.
Okay, the Banelings are headed up here. You know what? Well, he does have transfusion here.
Well, it's very sloppy of
well, this is
Leenock
awkward. Leenock actually is going to lose this engagement here. I hope Leenock didn't make too much of a mistake here. He is still about 50 supply ahead of his opponent.
Yeah. But, I mean, that was sloppy, man.
That was really sloppy.
You actually, as I said before, the Brood Lords are to unsiege tanks, and then you roll in with everything else. The tanks is what prevent Zerg from just trashing you with Banelings all day.
Yeah.
And he definitely didn't do that. He decided you never attack with Brood Lords alone. And even with Queens, it's like you don't do it because it doesn't work. As we just saw there. Vastly inferior army taking that out. It's all about the composition tasteless.
Well, the SCVs are being transferred. There is Terran still has the slightest chance. He'll have to survive this next attack, which looks
10 ultras. That's a lot of
pretty
ultras.
scary. Here we go.
I don't think he has enough snipes for this tasteless.
I think the Ghosts are also in a terrible position right now, and that should be GG. There's no way he's going to recover from this.
jjakji going to kill this planetary in no time. Down it goes.
GG. Wow.
All right, so Leenock into the round of 16. I know that he has so many fans out there. Pat yourselves on the backs for never giving up on FXO Leenock, a great player. He says.
No, you didn't. Very nice. So now Leenock will go on to the round of 16. jjakji, look, he's good, but he just wasn't good enough.
Indeed. He will stay in Code S, though.
We will see him
Doesn't have
again
to worry about
next
up and downs again.
So he at least survived that part. The up and down match is hell. But he's going to have to wait another season to really, show off his skills. Mm-hmm. Meanwhile, Leenock, a well-deserved win. How far will he go? I don't know. He's a very, very talented player, and I look forward to seeing if he gets really deep in this tournament.
Yeah, he definitely could, man. He's so good, and he's got nothing but bright things in his future.
Yeah, he's so young.
He has so much to look forward to, GSL championships, graduating from high school prom, his first kiss.
He's got it all laid out ahead of him because he's a young player, and indeed he does have a very bright future. It's nice to see that we have such young players here in the GSL, as well as some of the older guys like Nesty.
Yeah, some ancient dinosaurs like Slayer's Boxer.
Yeah, some of the older ones here on the scene. So, look, it was an interesting day today. I think the players who deserved to win definitely went on happy.
I agree.
And
I think the best players moved on today. I absolutely do.
Leenock getting a high five, as you can see on our TV there. And, that does it. I mean, these were good games today.
Yeah.
Pretty epic.
Yeah, it didn't take too long today. Under 4 hours.
A little bit under 4 hours, yeah. I have to say I'm a little bit disappointed with Genius.
He should not have done that attack, man. He, instead of when he had so many mobile charge zealots, these units are great on open territory. They're great defensively if they come in and try to actually attack you. He has high Templars and a shuttle, and he can easily take a third base and prevent a third from his opponent for a very long time.
Yeah.
Instead, he decides to attack into bunkers.
Yeah, I think he had the best build to do when you see ghosts. Go for the quick zealot speed.
Great. It's great.
Go for, get a few Archons in there, and then just don't let him expand. That's all you had to do. Instead, he was like, and he pulls out crazy dice and rolls them. He's like, okay, I'm going to try to end it now. You don't need to do that. And sometimes playing it safe in a game like StarCraft is the best way to go. Other times taking a risk is good. That was not one of those instances. So he does deserve to go down to the up and down matches.
He does. So both of our Protosses will be going there. What are you going to do? We're trading them in for some new Protosses, hopefully.
Some shiny new, not used, but brand new Protosses that should be coming up here in the GSL if they do survive the up and down matches. So, for the sake of summary, here is what we had for results today. 2 losses there for Genius means he will go down to the up and down matches. Meanwhile, Happy easily advances to the round of 16. It was a dramatic day for Leenock as he won one, lost one, and then won the final game. Both of those wins up against jjakji. jjakji just unable to take on a Zerg player as good as Leenock. He was good enough to beat Genius, but that's about as far as he can go. So he will stay in Code S. We'll see him next season. And as you can see, here's what the round of 32 is starting to look like.
Well, the round of 16, we're going to see MVP against Bomber, Clyde against Ryung, MMA against ASD, Nesty against Virus. Ooh, is this another Nesty championship?
Now we have Gonzi, Leenock, Lucira, and Happy moving on I think well-deserved wins there by all those guys. Those are our games from today.
It's like, what is that, 3 Zergs and 9 Terrans? Yeah, 3 Zergs, 9 Terrans, I believe it is so far.
Yep.
Can we get a Protoss into the round of 16?
I hope so.
I am praying, hoping and praying.
Hoping and praying.
Killer's group is pretty hard, man. It's pretty difficult.
Yeah, I mean, Killer's a very good player, but you couldn't have really asked for a harder group for him.
Yeah, harder group for anyone. I think it's the hardest group this season.
So, you know, the drama continues to unfold. This might be one of those weird seasons.
Could be.
Could be a season we'll never forget. One of those ones where we won't have...
maybe one that we want to forget.
Maybe, actually. Yes, maybe. So, as you can see, here's Group G and Group H.
We have Polt, Killer, Dongregu, and Teja. What an insane group. Our last Protoss. Can he do it? And then we're going to have Top, Coca, Supernova, and Alive. That group, I'm going to have a lot to say about tomorrow.
Jeez, Group G is pretty scary.
Group G is so scary, man. If Killer makes it out of there with playing his new teammate Polt first, and then, I mean, look at those other sick ballers.
Polt, of course, was formerly known as Optimus, but then changed his ID to Polt shortly after joining the team GSL.
All right, well,
yeah,
that's it, guys.
So be sure to join us for all the rest of these Code S matches. Check out, as you can see here, here's the players we have so far. No Protosses just yet. Check out the GOM player at GOMTV.net. Check out GOMTV's mobile services. Again, add us on Twitter. I'm calling me Tasteless. He's Artosis. Add GOMTV's Twitter as well. And show GOMTV some love for supporting esports and supporting Starcraft too. Did I do it?
Well said, man.
Did I cover them all?
That's all. Toodles.
Toodles, guys. Thanks so much for joining us here today at the GSL Code S. And I think that's it. We're going to close it out. So I'll see you guys next time. For Artosis and myself, this has been the GSL Code S.